System Gate Customizable Card Game. System Gate is a card game for 2 players, where each player brings their own unique deck of cards. This video will provide an overview of the rules while showing real gameplay. Before the battle, let's go over the cards. There are 5 types of cards. Gate cards. These cards tell you what sorts of cards you can include in your main deck. They are left outside of your deck. Unit cards. These are your otherworldly allies. You will use units to deal damage to your opponent. Spell cards. These cards provide various effects that can turn the tide of battle. Item cards. These are the cards that allow you to personally step into battle. Finale cards. These cards are super strong finishing moves or ultra powerful units. These cards can only be used at the end of your turn. In battle, you'll need to compare various stats. When attacking a unit, you'll deal damage to that unit's defense equal to your attack value. If you are attacking a player, you'll deal damage to that player's life points equal to your crit value. Send your opponent's life from 20 to 0 to win the game! Your Gate Master is a very special unit that you have formed an unbreakable bond with. Therefore, once each game, you'll get to use their Gate Master skill. To summon your Gate Master, you'll need a copy of the card in your hand. Then, when you would summon that card, if the card in your Gate Master zone is standing, you can place the copy from your hand into your Gate Master zone as rest. After that, place your Gate Master onto the field and activate your Gate Master skill. Your Gate Master's effect is determined by the icon in the top right of the card. If you find yourself in a jam, countering is the best way to flip the situation in your favor. You can cast spells with counter at the start of their effects from your hand at any time. Use these wisely to surprise your opponent. In order to play some cards, you'll need to pay a cost. In general, you'll need energy to pay for these costs. To pay energy, send the number of energy needed to the drop zone. Okay, let's start the game. You'll need a total of 52 cards to play. 1 gate, 1 Gate Master, and a deck of at least 50 cards. You may only use a maximum of 4 copies of the same card in your deck. First, place your Gate and Gate Master into their zones. This game will feature Nord facing off against his rival, Ryujin. The play order is decided randomly, but this time you go first with Nord by your side. Draw your starting hand of 6 cards. If there are any cards that you don't need, put them on the bottom of your deck and draw back up to 6 cards. Shuffle your deck once more, then place the top 2 cards of your deck into your energy face down. You are now ready to take the first turn. The game progression can be divided into 4 phases. Your turn, start phase. Draw 1 card from your deck and switch any of your rested field cards to stand. Since it's the first turn of the game, we will not need to stand any cards. Next, you may choose 1 card from your hand and place it into your energy zone. If you do, draw 1 card. Now it's the main phase. In the main phase, you may perform either of the following actions as many times as you want in the order that you want to. You may play units, items, and spells from your hand, or you may activate the use skills of any cards on your field. You want to play Cold Core Wyvern. Since Cold Core Wyvern is a unit, you can play it to your left, right, or center zones. You may only have a total limit of 3 in play. Since you have no other units, there is not a problem. You play Cold Core Wyvern to your center area. Playing a unit is called a summon. That's all we're going to do for this main phase, so let's talk about the battle phase. By switching one of your units or items to rest mode, you can have it attack one of your opponent's units or your opponent directly. Since your opponent doesn't have any units, you attack directly with Cold Core Wyvern. Cold Core has a critical of 2, so you deal 2 damage to your opponent's life. This brings them down to 18 life. Once they reach 0, you win the game. You can only attack once during the first turn of the game, so now it's your end phase. In your end phase, you may play finale cards from your hand. However, we will simply end our turn for now. The game continues with the opponent's turn. Start phase. The opponent would normally switch all of their cards to stand, but nothing happens since they do not have any rested cards. Next, they will draw one card. They place one card from their hand into the energy zone and draw one more card. They summon Tamagir Aquerbus to the left and equip Beam Blade Asteroid Exterminator. Items are similar to units in that they have power, crit, and defense stats. Unlike units, they do not have limit and can only be placed in the player zone. You may only have one item in your player zone at any time. In the battle phase, your opponent rests and attacks with their Beam Blade. Items can attack as long as there is no unit in the center. Because you have a unit in your center, this attack cannot be directed at your life points and must be against Cold Core Wyvern in your center. When a card attacks a unit, the defending unit takes damage equal to the attacker's power stat. If the damage meet or exceeds the defending unit's defense, the defending unit is destroyed and sent to the drop. Now that Cold Core is out of the way, Tamagir Aquerbus can attack you directly. However, it's time to counter! Since Tamagir Aquerbus is attacking, and you have no units in your center, you can cast Emerald Scales! Cards and skills with the counter keyword can be used at any time. You cast a spell, follow its instructions, then send it straight to the drop zone. Emerald Scales lets you fizzle this attack and gain 2 life. Since Tamagir Aquerbus' attack was fizzled, you do not take any damage. Your life is now 22. In the opponent's end phase, they do not play a finale card. Your turn. You draw. Place one card from your hand into your energy, and draw. Main phase. Now it's time to Gate Master Summon! Since your Gate Master is Celestial Wyvern Nord, your Gate Master is standing, and you have a copy of Nord in your hand, you can Master Summon! Take your copy of Nord from your hand and place it into your Gate Master zone as rest. Then take your standing Gate Master and summon it like you would any other card. Since this card came from your Gate Master zone, you get to activate its Master Skill! Nord's Master Skill lets you gain 4 life, bringing you up to 26 life points! It's still your main phase, so you equip Star Gauntlet Uppercutting Knuckle from your hand. Time to battle! You have 2 cards that can attack, Nord and Uppercutting Knuckle. You can attack either your opponent's unit or your opponent's life. You choose to rest Nord and attack your opponent's life. Your opponent does not play a counter card, so you deal them 2 damage. Next, you attack with your item and deal your opponent another 2 damage. Now it's your end phase. At the start of your end phase, Nord's skill triggers. You may pay 2 energy to search your deck for a finale and add it to your hand. To pay energy, place the required number of cards from your energy to the drop. In this case, 2. You then search your deck for Nord Star Striker and add it to your hand. Now that it's your end phase, you may play finale cards from your hand. Finale cards are special cards with horizontal illustrations. Finale units are units that can only be summoned during the end phase, and after summoning give you an extra battle phase. To summon Nord Star Striker, you must pay its summon cost. Place 2 energy from your energy zone into the drop, and put Celestial Wyvern Nord under Star Striker. Now that its cost is paid, you summon Star Striker to your center, and gain a second battle phase. During this battle phase, you attack with Nord Star Striker to deal yet another 3 damage to your opponent. It's your end phase again. You do not have another finale in hand, so your turn is over. And that's how the game is played! Don't forget to check out the official website for more information. System Gate Customizable Card Game is on sale December 1st.